How can someone go from being one of the most legendary football players, earning millions of dollars, to having only $6 in their bank account and ending up in the most dangerous prison in South America? Here is the full story of Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho, born in 1980 in one of the most dangerous cities in Brazil, Porto Alegre, was raised in a place where crime was rampant. His parents earned very little money, so he and his siblings grew up in a small wooden shack. From the moment he was born, it was clear that it would be his responsibility to improve his family's life. However, there was one thing that brought them together: football. They were so poor that they couldn't even afford proper football shoes for Ronaldinho. His father lied to him, telling him that if he wanted to become a professional, he had to learn to play without shoes in order to better control the ball. His father might have been right, because Ronaldinho's older brother, Roberto, became the new star of their neighborhood team at the age of 16. Ronaldinho, who was 10 years younger, gave everything to make it as well. He wanted to make his father proud, and Roberto also helped him. Both of them trained every day in the street, both dreaming of becoming professional players and making their father proud. His father knew they had something special, and after work, he spent his free time training with his sons. Then, the moment arrived. Roberto was signed by Grêmio, the city's football club. They made an agreement that changed the family's life. It wasn't just a signing bonus. The club also provided the family with a house with a pool in a secure neighborhood. Roberto had helped his family escape poverty, and a few months later, Ronaldinho's life was about to change forever. He was going home for Roberto's 18th birthday, eager to celebrate. But when he entered the house, he saw everyone crying instead of celebrating. His father had a heart attack, fell into the pool, and drowned. His idol, the man who had done everything to help him and his brother pursue their football dreams, was gone. Roberto became the man of the house, and it was now his turn to work to support the family. Even though Ronaldinho was only 8 years old, he trained even harder, hoping to soon sign a contract and help his family. The pressure on Roberto was immense, but things went well at first. He helped Grêmio win titles and catch the attention of the national team. But then fate struck. He seriously injured his knee and had to stop playing for 8 months. It was clear that the attention was now on Ronaldinho, and he was ready. As a teenager, Ronaldinho worked hard to develop his skills, and it paid off. He began to gain national recognition when his team won 23-0 in a match. No, he didn't score a hat trick or even 2 or 4 goals. He scored all 23 goals in that game. It's unbelievable. 1 goal for each player on the field, plus a gift goal for the referee. The word quickly spread that a football genius named Ronaldinho was making a name for himself. Naturally, he was immediately called up to the Brazil U17 national team. That year, the team won the U17 World Cup, and at that point, everyone knew that the kid was destined to be a star. However, with success came problems. Ronaldinho's partying lifestyle began to overshadow his commitment to football. He became known for partying every night, often showing up hungover to training. And despite his declining discipline, he continued to perform on the pitch. After winning the World Cup in 2002, his behavior worsened, which led to a fallout with PSG. In 2003, the club decided to sell him, and Barcelona came calling. At Barcelona, Ronaldinho found a new lease on life. He helped the club win La Liga and the Champions League, while individually, he collected accolades like the Ballon d'Or. His flair, skill, and infectious smile made him a fan favorite, not just at Barcelona, but across the world. In one memorable match, even Real Madrid fans gave him a standing ovation for his brilliance at the Bernabeu. However, despite his success, things began to fall apart again. Ronaldinho's commitment to partying and his lack of discipline started to take its toll on his fitness and performance. His injuries increased, and Barcelona grew frustrated. After a disappointing 2006 World Cup, Ronaldinho's form began to decline. He became increasingly unreliable, showing up to training hungover or still drunk, and the club began to lose patience. When Pep Guardiola took over as coach in 2008, he made it clear that Ronaldinho's time at Barcelona was over. In 2008, Ronaldinho moved to AC Milan, hoping to revive his career, but his partying habits continued. Milan's coaches were disappointed with his lack of fitness and despite occasional moments of magic on the pitch, his time at Milan was underwhelming. By 2011, Ronaldinho returned to Brazil, where he joined Flamengo. At first, he was hailed as the savior of the club, but his lifestyle didn't change. He continued partying, and fans grew frustrated with his behavior. Some even set up a disco hotline to track his nightclub visits. Despite the distractions, Ronaldinho helped Flamengo win the championship, but his time there was marked by off-field controversies. His contract included a clause that allowed him to party at night, which only fueled tensions between him and the club. After leaving Flamengo, Ronaldinho joined Atlético Mineiro, where, for a brief period, his career took a positive turn. He led the team to a 40-match unbeaten streak and helped them win the Copa Libertadores, the only major trophy missing from his collection. However, even at Atlético, his off-field problems persisted. In 2015, Ronaldinho officially retired from professional football, but his troubles didn't end there. He had amassed significant debts and continued his reckless lifestyle. The most serious of these issues came when he and his brother Roberto became involved in a scandal involving fake passports. Ronaldinho had failed to pay his bills and had over $1 million in debt, leaving him with just $6 in his bank account. In 2018, things took a dramatic turn. The Brazilian authorities began investigating Ronaldinho for financial mismanagement and illegal activities. They had confiscated his passport over the debt, but Roberto, who had long managed his brother's finances, obtained fake passports for both of them, allowing them to travel to Paraguay. Ronaldinho was invited to a promotional event for his book in Paraguay, but given his fame, it was nearly impossible for him to escape recognition. He and Roberto were arrested for using fake documents, and they were locked up in one of the most notorious prisons in South America. Despite the severity of the situation, Ronaldinho remained calm, playing football with the other inmates and maintaining his trademark smile. After 32 days in prison, Ronaldinho and his brother were released, having paid a hefty sum to regain their freedom. But the damage had been done. The football legend was now embroiled in scandal and financial ruin. Despite his troubles, Ronaldinho's story wasn't over. He and Roberto eventually paid the price for their actions, and Ronaldinho's reputation was severely tarnished. Even though he wasn't playing football professionally anymore, he remained in the public eye, and his story serves as a cautionary tale about fame, fortune, and the consequences of neglecting responsibility. Ronaldinho's fall from grace was both tragic and inevitable. Once hailed as the best footballer in the world, he became a symbol of excess, recklessness, and financial mismanagement. His incredible career, marked by moments of genius, is now overshadowed by his personal struggles and the scandal that left him broke and in prison. Ultimately, his story is a reminder of how easily the brightest stars can burn out, and how important it is to remain grounded and responsible even when at the top of the world.